Why hello my friends, welcome to my channel. It's Lisa from Arcane and Stellar with a pick a card reading on what they're like in bed. So what kind of lover are they? What would it be like to be with them? Would you like it? All that kind of interesting kind of stuff. So for those of you that are curious about somebody, well, you're in the right place. Pick a pile that you choose, that you're feeling drawn to. And we have pile number 1 here with this opal calcite mix stone. Pile 2 with halite. Pile number 3, I have no idea what that is. I forgot completely, although it does look like it has some pyrite in it. So, yeah, we'll just mystery stone. And then number 4 has black obsidian. So yeah, we have 4 different piles. Of course, I encourage you to use your intuition to choose. Think about the person on your mind and see where your eyes are drawn. And the timestamps will be down below. So, take care, guys, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 1 here with this opal calcite stone, this is your reading. Beautiful stone. I love this one. I bought it from this guy I go to very often. He finds gemstones himself. So let's find out what this person's like in bed and all that kind of stuff. So we have the 9 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, as well as the rose, the sword and the rose, the Hanged Man, and the Wheel of Fortune. I definitely can tell you that this is a person who will want to go again and again. Like, they're going to take a break, and again, it's going to be that kind of energy. Actually, they came out this way. I kind of put them backwards there. I remember when I was shuffling. Definitely somebody who's pretty blunt as well. I think that this is a person who probably likes to play with hair. So they probably want to run their fingers through your hair, touch your hair, that kind of stuff. Or vice versa, maybe they want you to also touch their hair. That might be something that really gets them going. We have a lot of earth energy, so there's a sensuality there. And interesting. This guy is like taking something from the girl, like taking a lock of hair. So I wonder for some if this is like an exchange of energy in a way, is what I kind of feel. Like as if this moment or the moment that you're together, there's some sort of clarity in their mind, is what I'm getting. Especially because we have that sword and the rose. It says clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. There is a protective stance too. I think this person's quite like a gentle person, kind of protective of you, asking if you're okay, that kind of thing, as an example. What else could I say here? The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, maybe different positions, different styles. And again, I think of a go again and again and again. Kind of like take a break, take a rest, and then go again. I think this person would feel really lucky to be with you. Like, it would be definitely something that they enjoyed. And in some way, it's like, I think that if you do get with this person, there will be some sort of energetic exchange in terms of, like, okay, when you have like synastry and stuff like that, like in astrology, there are certain placements. Like some people ask, oh, why when I see this person I'm triggered? It's probably because there's an ascendant thing going on. You know what I mean? Like there's something with the ascendants, because that's like the visual of the person. And then you like suddenly all the memories start to rush back and stuff like that. Whereas like if you're not around, you can kind of forget. And that's the same thing with synastry. We have different synastry with different people, and there's something about this where I think that sex actually could fuel the feelings or fuel some sort of energetic connection with this person, if you know what I'm saying. Like you would be bonded. There we go. I guess that's what I'm looking for. A bonded type of feeling. I also get like a very romantic sense. I think this person would like to make sure that you are feeling pleased and stuff like that too. I think that with the sword and the rose too, there's like a gentle communication, right? Because we have a sword and we have a rose. Rose is beauty, it's romance, it's love. And then we have the sword, which is about, truth, clarity, honor, and all that kind of stuff. So there's definitely a lot of like asking, talking, communicating. I think this is a person who will tell you what's on their mind. They'll want to know what's on your mind. There might be some verbal kind of back and forth, talking dirty maybe, but in a gentle way. I don't get like kind of a rough kind of vibe here. There is something about kind of protective, like I think this person would want to kind of put their body on them, or vice versa. You know, depending on who's kind of like more masculine, I think. Sort of like a hold you type too. And I think that this person would want to kind of like snuggle afterwards, kind of cuddle, and then do it again. That's definitely something that I'm getting here. Kind of another round. Let me see, actually, I'm going to grab my deck. Hold on. I want to ask how you're going to feel about this. What deck do I want to use? I know which one I want to use. Where the hell is it at? Really? I misplaced the deck I want to use. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we'll just go for this one. I was hoping to use a cosmic. I don't know where I put it. I misplaced it somewhere. We'll use the mystical manga tarot. I used to say manga and my daughter would laugh at me, and I was like, oops, I didn't know. Let's see. How would group number 1, those that choose group number 1, how would they feel about this experiencing this person in bed? How would they feel about this? How would they feel? There'd be a lot of internal thoughts going on, but they're good. We have the 3 of Cups here, so I think you'd be all up, you'd be all up in your head, replaying it. This High Priestess. So there's a lot of internal energy here going on. You might be a bit shy or something like that. You also, though, with the High Priestess, I'm telling you guys, there's a bonding here that will happen if you guys do this. If you do sleep with this person, it's going to be like you guys are kind of like, it's like an energetic cord will kind of be grown between the two of you. And it will be hard to let it go. I think you'll want to continue. You will feel pleased by the situation. We have the Knight of Cups. I think you're going to feel emotionally comforted by this person. I think that you're going to feel like in love, I guess you could say, like, especially like if it's 3 of Cups to Knight of Cups, I would say that like you're going to want something more with this person. So if it's like, it's going to feel romantic to you. And I think that you're going to be wondering what they want, and you're going to wonder if you're going to be doing it again. I think as well. And like I said, that Ace of Coins, again, plays into the idea for me that you're going to feel attached to this connection on an energetic level. And generally, I think this is pretty positive, though. I think you'd like the experience. You'd think it was fun. It was loving, sweet, kind, gentle, that kind of thing. It was something probably different than you've ever experienced as well. I think you would want to be reading their minds. But I think that this person will give you what you need to know. I don't know. I give it the Sword and the Rose. Let me ask, is this person going to be open with how they feel? Would they be open with how they feel? Maybe. Kind of. We have the Eight of Wands and the Moon. Yes and no. Actually, you know what? They might be actually quite open and tell you everything, but you're still questioning it because of that 8 of Swords. It's like so good, but there's something that's kind of getting you. I wonder if you'll be a little bit worried. But I mean, of course, if you start to really care about someone, it's natural that you're going to start to question, oh my gosh, do they even like me? Is this even going to go anywhere? Like, are they even going to be like that? But yeah, I see somebody who's, I think you're going to enjoy enjoy it. And I think they're definitely going to enjoy it. It depends on, of course, like, I know with genders and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't really matter. But I would say, though, if you are masculine, they definitely want you to kind of hold them and be on them and kind of feel, they want that protective vibe, and vice versa. And of course, you know, sometimes there's 2 masculines, 2 feminines, it doesn't really matter. But there is something about that, or feminine energy, you know, would want that. Hopefully that makes sense. It gets so confusing for me to explain these in different scenarios. Let's see. Yeah, that's really the biggest thing, though, I'm getting from this reading. I don't want to make it too complicated or long, but I do really feel like there's going to be something unlocked with this. And by the way, the Hanged Man is a very spiritual kind of card. So again, there's sort of like a gentle spiritual connection as well here that's going to be kicked off. Because again, Wheel of Fortune can talk about fate. So it's almost like you're unlocking fate by doing this. And it's going to lead you somewhere. I'm not going to read where because that's like too much for general reading. I think that would be ridiculous because everyone's going to have a different experience. But I do feel like you'll be energetically bonded to this person after having, making the love with them. So that's what I've got. Yeah, oh my god. And you know what else? This is another thing. Look at this card. On the Pentacles, there's not usually this, but look at that. We have a heart on there. So it's like love will grow, or feelings are going to grow if this experience happens on both ends. And I think it would be a generally very valuable, pleasurable experience. So that's what I've got for you that chose group number 1. I hope that this was insightful and interesting. I know I'm not the best person at this, but hopefully I gave you an idea of what to expect with this person. So I'm sending you guys lots and lots of love. Take care, guys. And if you want a personal reading, all that information is down below in the description box. Take care. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 2 here with this halite, I always say it wrong. This is your reading. It's like falling apart. It's actually water. It will dissipate in water. Okay, or dissolve. Dissolve, I mean. Jeez, I can't talk today. Mercury retrograde getting me. So, what would it be like in bed with this person that's on your mind? Let's find out. We have the Hanged Man, and we have the 7 of Pentacles. And we have love. The Justice card and the 6 of Pentacles. I definitely get a very consensual experience. I get one in which you both are giving back and forth to each other, so there might be like, I do feel like, honestly, a lot, like, for most of you, you're going to be giving and receiving oral, to be honest. Just saying. There also is a lot of affection and love here. Like, there's a comforting kind of, I think you guys will fall asleep with this person. For sure, like it will be the type of thing where it's not like you do it and then leave. I think you would spend the night or something like that and kind of like lay together as well. I think that this person would definitely be very admiring of your body. I think they would want to kind of explore your body quite a lot too. There's a lot of, okay, the thing is that the love card says unconditional love. So for those of you who are like, oh, I don't want someone to look at my body because you're shy or something like that, don't feel that way, because I feel like you will feel this person is not too caring about flaws. As an example, they just embrace you as a person because there's some sort of like unconditional affection. They, like you as a person, as a human being, and they're not about your physical appearance necessarily. Like, they'll love you any way that you look, essentially. If this is like a new person, of course, that just means that like that's the type of person that they are. Maybe they don't love you yet, but there's that potential there. I feel like in fact, to be honest, this experience could induce love between the two of you. If it's like it could be something that kind of is well, and again, I think that the experience with them in bed would be very loving and like I said, affectionate. Very passionate as well. They might like to hold your hands down, or like be held down a little bit as well. Is something I'm getting. But I definitely get like they want to make sure that you both have like a good experience. So yeah, it would be very equal give and take. You do it, they do it. You know what I mean? Like, so in terms of like orgasms and stuff like that, I would say that they'd want to make sure that you had one and they had one. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Like, very equal. Very caring. And again, kind of like a tangled up energy where you guys just kind of like lay around afterwards and talk. I do feel like this is the start of something probably also long lasting, possibly as well. So I do get that kind of sense like I got in the first group as well, where there might be like some energetic kind of connection that takes place because of this experience. The Hanged Man's very spiritual in terms of in terms of like love readings and stuff like that. So again, there could be a lot of it's associated with Pisces, so there could be a lot of fantasies about getting married, being together, doing this again, that kind of thing. Again, I think that you guys might start talking about the future even possibly, or they'll want to talk about it, or you'll want to talk about it. Let me ask about how you'll feel. So those that chose group number 2, how would they feel after this experience? How would they feel about this experience? Queen of Wands, so fire energy. So definitely very turned on, passionate, excited. You'd like it a lot. Oops. 7 of Pentacles, by the way. Again, just like up here. Yeah, so I think you would find it like we've done it. The 7 of Pentacles can be about your investments kind of coming in. So it's like maybe you've invested some time in before you guys did this, as an example. And then you're like, oh, okay, I've got some of this. We've gotten somewhere. It's kind of gone somewhere. You know what I'm saying? This guy looks pretty cheerful. Sometimes the 7 of Pentacles can look like a little bit down and out. It depends on the deck. This one looks kind of optimistic, though. So I would say, and especially the Queen of Wands, I think you'll feel pretty optimistic. Yeah, you're going to feel pretty pleased and excited here with the 9 of Pentacles. You might feel very admired by this person. And I think, like I said, they're going to make sure that you're very well taken care of. And very, like, you're going to feel good about yourself, I think. I think this person knows how to make you feel wanted and desired. So you might feel a lot more comfortable. And again, there's 6 of Pentacles. So an equal give and take, ideally. I feel like a lot of you are going to be praying that this works out. With the 8 of Cups, there could be some sort of... I do wonder if there's some kind of obstacles here in the connection. I do wonder if there's some sort of, not obstacles necessarily, but there might be kind of a journey that you will start after you do this. Sometimes, like, I do get the 8 of Cups perhaps in the star, maybe some sort of distance or something. I wonder if, like, if some of you are asking about somebody at a distance, like, maybe you'd like, and now what? I pray that we can be together, kind of, you know what I mean? Like, or I want this to be, you know, I want this to happen, I want this to go further. There's a lot of, like, dreamy, good energy. I feel like this person makes you feel clean. How to explain this? Like, clean and, taken care of, like, innocent, sweet, kind, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like, there's something very affectionate about this group where it doesn't feel dirty or nasty or rude or anything like that. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm not saying that they couldn't be rough. I think that they could be a little bit, with this card in particular, especially like hold down your hands as an example. But it's like lovingly, you know, not too rough. Or they want you to hold down their hands or something like that, depending. But I think you would feel pretty good about it. Like, I don't see anything bad. And again, this card always makes you think of, like, praying for the future, hoping that, you know, it kind of goes well. Like, if you can continue this. I think, as well, like, there's just a lot of mutual admiration. Like, I think you're going to think this person's amazing. They're going to think you're amazing. It's just, like, good stuff. So, yeah. That is what I'm seeing for you guys that chose group number 2. I hope that this was interesting for you. I know I'm not the most expressive person. I don't know if it's my Venus-Mercury conjunction, but I have a hard time expressing these kinds of things. Some people are so good at it, and I'm jealous. I'm like, I cannot be that open. But I think they're fun to do. It's interesting reading. I mean, it's always interesting to see what would that be like with the person. But I do feel like, again, I want to reiterate the fact that I think that there would be an energetic kind of connection happening here, between the two of you, just like in group number 1. So you know, exercise caution if you don't want to create that. But again, I do feel like this is the type of thing where it's like, if you did it, they're gonna be like, okay, now we got to get married. You know what I mean? Or we gotta go for it. We gotta make it official. You get what I'm saying? So, anyways, that's for you guys that chose group number 2. I hope that it was helpful and interesting for you, and I will see you on the next reading. And if you want a personal reading, that information's down below. Take care. Hello, my friends that chose this mystery stone. I have a slip of paper somewhere that tells me what it is. I'm sorry for all the hair on my... I have animals, as you guys know. And, you know, having black clothing is not the best thing when you have animals that shed. So I'm sorry. There's like hair all over everywhere. Um, I don't let them come down here, but I pet them and love them. So, you know, just saying. We have the Eight of Swords and the Judgment card. We also have Lightning, the Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. What would they be like in the bedroom? I think they would surprise you. If this is a person who's a little bit, seems kind of innocent, kind of a little bit demure, like somebody who's not really very open, you might find that they're completely different when you get them in the bedroom. They might be a lot more physically, could be physically a little bit rough, actually. They're gonna, whatever they are, is gonna surprise you. For sure, because of the Lightning card. Again, there might be, honestly, I'm just gonna be honest with you, this person might have a, like, if it is a masculine or something like that, they might come very quick, okay? So there might be that kind of energy, that where that kind of happens really quick, which is, I think, normal. I don't know. Is it normal? I don't know. But, yeah, I think it would be, like, too exciting, like, you know, that kind of thing. Eight of Swords. They might be a little bit timid, though. It's weird. There's, like, a weird energy here. It's almost like they're going to shock you, but they're, like, kind of timid at the same time. I would definitely say that maybe it's, like, the first time is kind of a warm-up, and then after that, it starts to become more intense, as an example. So they might be a little bit rigid the first time. Maybe that's because if they do come quick, they're kind of embarrassed or something like that. Or they feel like, oh my God, awkward. And then maybe it's just kind of like that. I do feel with the Judgment card that there is something significant that will change if you do it with this person. Like if you actually get together. I'm going to ask for the general group of people that chose number 3, what would change? What's this Judgment card about? What would be significantly changed? It might be a new experience for some. Like they might not have been with somebody for a while, or they have limited experience for some of you, or no experience. Yeah, for some of you, this is like for very few of you, they might have actually not much experience at all, and they may even not have told you this, but they might actually, I almost wonder if for some of you this person could be like a virgin, like, and they didn't tell you, and it's like you're there first, and maybe that's also too, or they haven't done it in a very long time, or they haven't enjoyed it for a long time. I see also like a similar energy to pile number 3, like group number 3. I mean group number 2. Sorry. I'm looking at 3 over here, and then saying 3. I do see like maybe this person would be like, oh, this is the one. But no, again, for some of you, if this person, okay, I have a message here for some of you. If this person happens to be in a relationship when you do this, they're gonna feel like they're going to have a lot of feelings about what to do. It might feel wrong, naughty, or something like that, bad. But that's not for all of you. It's just for some of you. But I could see that energy here possibly with this Judgment card. And then the Ten of Pentacles coming out. But for others of you, if that's not the case, I really do get the sense of somebody who starts to see or envision a future with you. Again, there's this energetic kind of tie that keeps kind of popping up in these readings. Because you can see these like red, ribbons around the couple. And for some of you, I mean, with a child here, I wonder if there could be a pregnancy if you guys aren't careful with this person. But there is something very fated about this event. It would unlock certain things for the future. For some of you, this might actually turn into like a long-term partnership, like a marriage or something like that too. If this person has, Another thing I want to say, and there's a good chance that this could be the case as well, is I do get the sense that if like maybe this relationship situation or the person has been kind of ghosty or different, or like they are kind of like not easy to pin down, you might find that they are a little bit more stable after this experience. Like it kind of solidifies things a little bit more. How would group number 3 feel about this person as a lover? How would they feel about this experience? Oh my god, a lot of things. My cards went everywhere. Damn it. I hate when that happens. But I do take that sometimes as like a lot of different feelings. Like, because usually if it happens to me when I'm shuffling, I'm having like heightened emotions. Or the situation's crazy. Let's see here. Group number 3. How would the majority of group number 3 feel about this experience with the person on their minds? How would they feel after sleeping with them? Oh, again, you want to get married. You want to settle down, something like that. Whoa, that's funny. There's the 8 of Wands again. So you're going to feel really excited. You might want to move near them, especially if you're out of the place. If you live in different areas, you might want to like move in together right away. It might be that they kind of feel that way too, like you want to like settle down together right away, or kind of make it a ritual or a habit, like it's something that becomes regular. You might, like I said, also want to solidify the relationship in a way that makes sense. There's Judgment again. It's going to be, whatever it is, it's eye-opening for you both, I feel. Like it's something that's going to open both of your eyes to something different. Maybe you guys are totally different than you expected, or there's just something about each other that is like something else. I do get a sense of a spiritual kind of connection here. Or where it's like, maybe sex is spiritual, it's passionate, it's kind, it's sweet, it's like, yeah. There could be, though, if there is like a third party here, though, it might be that you understand something has to happen. Like, that there, I don't think, there's something that would shift there. That's interesting that the 7 of Swords came out again. There might have to be discussions on how to do this or what to do with it. Maybe there's a fear of people finding out or something like that. But I think generally I see like a lot of like passion, like I said. There's something shocking though about it. Let me see what else I'm getting. Again, I get that spiritual kind of feeling between the two of you. Life-changing. Or and totally different maybe than what you've experienced. Could be very quick, like I said. Especially at first. But I think probably, you know, you can do it again. Maybe it's a quickie the first time. Could be that you guys are actually out or something like that when you do it. Not at like a... yeah, possibly too. Maybe you're afraid for some of you of getting discovered. Because maybe when you would do this, it would actually not be at home or in your own privacy necessarily. It might be somewhere in public or something. But it says epiphany here, and there's the Judgment card. There's definitely an epiphany. What will be the biggest impact from this, from them being together? Those that chose group number 3, what would be the biggest impact? What would be the biggest impact on them? Let's see here. There's, again, an energetic cord. Well, first of all, this is going to feel, like, amazing. Wow, okay, so the 4 of Cups came out in reverse, and we have the Devil here. So, I think if there was, like a disinterest before, or something like that, there's, like, the opposite of that. It's like you won't be able to let this person go. You're going to be addicted as hell to them. And they probably also will feel addicted to you. It's like, I do get like that kind of merging of souls or of energy that's going to kind of like not want to let go. I also get the sense here with that Four of Cups in reverse that like this is gonna make you guys more bound to each other. There's a lot of bondage here, so it's like you guys are really gonna hold on tight, but I don't feel like it's necessarily physically, of course, probably as well, but there is something energetically here. This might also make someone uninterested in the other person that they've been with, or in all people they've been with previously. As an example, like this, maybe for some of you, this might help this person or you disconnect from a relationship or from some sort of feelings for another person. Like it's like a let go, if you know what I'm saying. Interesting. It's so weird to do these readings because it's so interesting what comes out. I never know what's going to come out. I wouldn't have expected that. But yeah, a lot of changes, and I think it will be a lot more different than you think. But yeah, look at that dude in the background. It does feel like maybe the first time you do it, it's not alone, or there are people around, or you're in a public place, or there's something. There's like there's a definite strong lust here as well. Maybe this person's a little bit held back at first until they can understand that they can be open with you. So I would definitely say as advice, to make sure that this person doesn't feel like they need to be defensive or anything like that. If like say if they do something that's kind of embarrassing or something to them, or you might perceive it that they'd be embarrassed about it, just make them feel good about it. But anyways, that's not for all of you. I just feel like that could be something that could happen. But generally, I just see it being a very eye-opening experience for you, and going to change the way that you both look at each other, the world, previous relationships, current relationships, I don't know, something like that. So that's what I've got for you guys. It chose group number 3. I really hope that this was insightful and helpful. I know I'm not necessarily the most amazing person at reading these kind of things, but I think they're still fun to do, and I try. So I hope that it was interesting, and if you want to leave me a comment, let me know, or give me a like, subscribe, that'd be nice. But take care, guys, and I will see you all in the next reading. Personal reading information is down below. Bye-bye. Why, hello there. Group number 4 with the Black Obsidian. This is your reading. So let's get started and find out, what would it be like? What are they like in bed? What would the experience be like? That kind of stuff. So we've got the Six of Swords. Oh, and the Knight of Swords. I like you. Page of Cups and the Five of Wands. Okay, I got that song, Ludacris song stuck in my head. What's your fantasy? There might be a little bit of a, what does he say? Rough sex, make it hurt in the garden or in the dirt. Roll around. That's the way that you like it. Yeah, I can't remember all the lyrics. It's been like, that came out when I was a teenager, but and I used to love that song, but I haven't listened to it in a while. There's a little bit of a roughness to this person. I think that they're going to be, like, it's like you guys are going to be all over each other, like, attacking each other. To be honest, it's going to feel like you both are competing for air, for space, for everything. A lot of grabbing and such like that. So it might be a little bit rough. But there's still sweetness and gentleness. So I think it's going to kind of go back and forth. Maybe if you do it, like, multiple times as an example, and there might be multiple times here with the Five of Wands. I could see that you guys would do it again and again, and again it might be kind of like soft, gentle at one time, and then it's gonna get rough and like, yeah, that kind of thing here. I definitely see probably, you know, smacking each other a little bit, but also like a sweet, protective kind of stance as well, especially for the masculine. If you're masculine or feminine, that it doesn't really matter, because I mean, I know it doesn't matter about the genders and stuff like that. I'm not like totally open-minded, but I just see like the more masculine on the top, so I would say that, you know, that might be something that's preferred at some point, at least at the beginning perhaps, and then maybe that's where it kind of starts out very sweet and gentle, like, oh, you know, and then it gets crazier. You know, that type of thing. So maybe it's like you guys are on your best behavior at first, and it's just very sweet and kind and gentle caressing and, like, you know, affection and kind of flirtatious. Oh, I see a lot of flirting and like kind of talking like to each other, like kind of flirtatious. I don't really get dirty so much in the beginning. It's kind of like very tame, very sweet, very jokey, very smiley, very blushy. You know what I mean? And then it kind of gets crazier. Maybe it's because, you know, you kind of warm up, you know what I mean? There could be some innocence here, though, with the Page of Cups, like a little innocent vibe at the beginning. There could be a lot of, like, I really like you, and, like, sweet kind of words and stuff like that. You're so pretty, blah, 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 you're so handsome. And it does seem like this will spark some sort of romance, or the romance will continue. That's another thing too. The I like you says want to date. So I would say that you're probably dating this person, or you'll date them afterwards. There might be a lot of hair pulling. And yeah, I think that just kind of like grabbing at each other, a lot of that. Okay, let me see here. Anything else about what they're like? They might be a little demanding. Or they like to be demanded of. Like they like it when someone's a little bit rough with them. Yeah, I would say that. Maybe this person comes off kind of sweet, but they actually kind of like it rough. Well, the sun tells me that it's going to be a very happy, good experience. I think that you guys are kind of willing, and that's the thing, the Three of Pentacles can be about like brainstorming, planning, and stuff like that. So it's like kind of like, I guess that you guys are kind of open with each other to kind of explore more, and that's why it might progress, you know, because it's like you guys can be open and honest with each other about what you want, as an example, and kind of work to get there. So it's like, let's do this, let's do that, yeah, that kind of thing. There's a friendly, good vibe here between the two of you. You guys might have a little bit of alcohol. Maybe that's where, if you guys start drinking or something like that, it could get a little bit more crazy. But I generally just see it like a happy, good time. How is Group 4 going to feel about this experience? How will they feel about it? This doesn't feel as energetically tied as the other ones, necessarily. I'm not going to take those. Clarify the Four of Cups. There we go. Maybe there's a little bit of insecurity that pops up here. If you're prone to that, or they're prone to it, there might be a little bit of insecurity that the other person isn't interested. So I would just say make sure that you guys are kind of very attentive to each other. But I think generally, like, it would feel good. It would be a good experience. That kind of thing. But I do worry... if maybe there just needs to be some sort of like communication or something like that about what you guys liked and didn't like, because if there isn't, then it might start to raise questions, as an example. Like, it's very sweet, but again, like I said, that can happen though. If you're going into something and you're a little bit insecure, then you might be a little bit worried, you know, because you really like the person. But I think this person, how will their person feel about the experience for group number 4? How would their person feel? The Wheel of Fortune. How would they feel about the experience? 10 of Swords. Tired. The Emperor. How would this is interesting. I wonder if there's like some sort of painful memory that it brings up in them. That's weird. Well, they're going to feel very drawn to you. I think there might be a little bit of insecurity on both sides, though. Maybe both of you are a little insecure, and you're worried about it. The future, like you guys already start thinking about the future and getting worried. There could be something in this person that reminds them of a painful experience for some of you. But maybe it helps them. I think it would help them get over it, actually. I see them feeling very connected to you emotionally, like they really genuinely like you. And I think that they could even see perhaps a future with you. There is just something here. What is like this kind of painful thing? Is it insecurity or what is it? Yeah, it might be a little bit of insecurity here at the Page of Wands. There's a little bit of a cautionary vibe with the Wands. Like, is it going to work out and stuff like that? So they might start to have worries about how it's going to work out. They're really excited. And maybe if they've been excited before, it didn't pan out, as an example. So they might start to get a little bit insecure. But I see this person really, especially if you're a masculine, like this person sees you as like the man, you know, like the marriage material, like faded, you know, hunky dude, or you know, and vice versa. I think even if you're like a feminine, this person would see you as like they could be your husband or something like that, or if you're, you know, masculine, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter, but I could definitely see a lot of thoughts, I think, going on inside of your guys' heads, because I think you really genuinely like each other, like a lot, and you open up to each other quite a lot in this experience as well. There could be a worry of what people will think or something like that. Maybe there are some people that you're worried what they'll think if you were to kind of do this. So maybe that's also, there might also be like a hush hush, like we need to be quiet, like that kind of thing at some point. Maybe it's just getting too loud or something like that. But yeah, I see a lot of like attacking each other and like kind of being very passionate, very exciting, and like kind of like different positions, changing things up, and like all kinds of stuff like that. But it starts out very sweet and kind, gentle, and not too crazy. But then, yeah, like I think it will, you know, kind of get crazier as time goes on. Again, you might be drinking or something like that. Especially if you're drinking, it might get crazier. I think that's where it would really get crazier for you guys. So, but even so, I think it would still. But you know what I'm saying. Anyways. So that's what the experience sounds like. I think that it's going to cause you both to kind of like get in your feelings and your insecurities. I think that happens when you really like someone genuinely. You start to worry about whether you're good or they're good, you know, they like you and they like me. Are they interested? Are they not? You know what I mean? There might be a lot of questioning, that kind of stuff. So, but it looks like they'll also be questioning it. So if you're questioning it, they're questioning it too, actually, because we looked at their kind of feelings too. So. Anyways, that's what I've got for you guys. I hope this was insightful and interesting for you. I am sending you guys lots of love, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. If you want a personal reading, all that information is down below. Take care.